go.
Abu Dhabi T10 powered by Sat Sport News action. Match number 4 from day 2. Chennai Braves 115 for 4 on the back of J. Roy's 84 not out. Pretorius was good. And Team Abu Dhabi, who won the toss, could not quite get home. Laos deploys 47 not out was brilliant, but Cook with 2 overs, 1 for 13, outstanding. The Braves winning by 4 runs. Time to go sideline for the post-match presentation. Tanvi Shah.
Good evening and welcome to the post-match presentation for match number 4 of the Abu Dhabi T10, powered by Sat Sport News between Team Abu Dhabi versus the Chennai Braves. Live from the beautiful city of Abu Dhabi. On behalf of the tournament, I would like to express our gratitude for the continued support of Abu Dhabi Department of Culture, Tourism, Abu Dhabi Sports Council, Abu Dhabi Cricket, Emirates Cricket Board and T10 Global. We'd also like to thank our sponsors, powered by sponsors Sat Sport News, Vimal, Rario, Alabond, A2 and My Dubai. Now I'd like to welcome our presentation party, Mr. Zulfi Raoji, the Honorary Cabinet Minister of Andhra Pradesh, India, on behalf of T10 Global. Ms. Saina Ahmad on behalf of Chennai Braves. Mr. Anil Kumar, the Director of Support Services, Abu Dhabi Cricket and Sports Hub on behalf of Team Abu Dhabi. We have a couple of awards now, starting up with the Magic Moment of the Match Award for 1,000 dirhams, presented by Mr. Anil Kumar, and the award goes to Sam Cook of Chennai Braves for his catch to dismiss Alex Hales. Now this wouldn't be a T10 without some power hits. There were some massive hits, which brings us to the Power Hitter of the Match Award for 1,000 dirhams, presented by Ms. Saina Ahmad, and the award goes to Jason Roy of the Chennai Braves for his 84 of 39 balls. Our final award of the evening is the Player of the Match Award for 1,000 dirhams, presented by Mr. Zulfi Raoji, and the award goes to Jason Roy for his mammoth match-winning effort. Jason, if I could have you here for a quick chat. That was incredible, almost getting pretty much all the runs on that boat there for your team today.
Yeah, we just wanted to start well tonight. You know, we've had a good couple of days together, and to get a tight match like that first up was actually probably quite a good thing, so yeah.
And did you think you had enough runs on the board to really win this one tonight?
I don't know, I think it was touch and go. It's a very good wicket, fast outfield, and the wind was playing a big part in it, so whenever you've got runs on the board, obviously it makes a difference, but yeah, I think the boys bowled well and held their own tonight really well.
And what do you make of this format, the T10? It's fast, it's quick, but there's lots happening.
Yeah, there is a lot happening, and it's a load of fun, and it's cool, you know. I get to have my morning to myself and then take it easy, get on the bus and come hit a few balls, you know. It's a dream. So it's a great competition. The crowd have been fantastic so far, so hopefully they stay here for the rest of the week.
Well, you were incredible today. Well done, and congratulations to you.
Thank you
for
very
talking
much.
to us.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Now, if I can have the winning captain of the Chennai Braves, Charith Asalanka, to please come over for a quick chat. Charith, you must be really proud of the side today.
Definitely, yes. I'm really proud of that.
And any specific performances? Of course, Jason Roy, outstanding, 84 there, really getting that team together on the board.
Yeah, I wanted to mention early up in the front, Jason Roy smashed everywhere and superb knock. And when we were coming to bowl, I think Cookie was amazing with bowled 2 power play overs. And actually, I must be really proud.
What are the positives that you take from today as a team?
As a team, it's good to start things up with a win. That's the first positive thing. And I must think that bowlers done really good, and especially with the batting, Jason done really well.
Well done, Captain, and congratulations today.
Thank you so much.
And that's all we have from the presentation party.
Don't need to say that. Coming up next from the Zayed Cricket Stadium in Abu Dhabi, it is the New York Strikers and the Bangla Tigers. That is match number 5. It's the last match for day number 3 of the Abu Dhabi T10, powered by Sat Sport News. Back shortly.
here we go.
By Sat Sport News. We've had 2 games today on day 2 so far. Match number 3 was between the Delhi Bulls and the Deccan Gladiators, and we've just seen Team Abu Dhabi and the Chennai Braves play match 4. The Braves having a win there, and the BANGLA Tigers are coming up against the New York Strikers. They've had some cracking contests, plenty of runs today, some brilliant innings as well. Quinton de Kock, of course, just seen a fantastic innings from Jason Roy. What does game 3 have in store for us? Let's go sideline for the toss. Mike Hazeman is there.
We're all good for the toss for match number 5. I've got the important guys alongside me, of course. I've got Kyron Pollard from the New York Strikers with me, and also Benny Howe from the BANGLA Tigers, and David Dukes. David, welcome. Right, who's got the coin? Benny, you got the coin? Where you go?
Tails.
Tails is the call. Kyron, you've won the toss. What are you going to do?
We're going to field first.
Okay, and what's the main reason for that?
Again, not much reason. Obviously, you just want to know what's, you have to chase down. Obviously, in this format, you want to try to restrict them as least as possible so there's less pressure. But let's see what happens.
Now, the Strikers went down yesterday. A couple of areas I'm sure that you've looked at. Your boundary count was down a little bit from what you guys normally are expected to do, I'd imagine.
Yeah, it was from a batting perspective, but albeit as I said, it's the first game. New players coming into the franchise. Having to adapt to roles and responsibilities. So let's see what happens tonight. Obviously, discussions would have taken place around that. A couple less, big overs, as well. But all in all, I think was a fairly decent cricket match, for us, despite being on the losing side.
And how much do you address things after the game? Do you have a quick little chat with the boys, or just come back today and regroup?
Yeah, I think straight after a lot of emotions running, then you have to leave the dressing room because it's another game and things like that. So let guys settle, go back to the hotel, maybe have a conversation, have a drink, and then the next day you have time just to go through it, very calmly and stuff like that. So again, not too much stress. Just come out at the end of it. It's a quick turnaround. Everything is quick, so you don't want to put too many things in the minds of the guys, too very often.
And I know that you wouldn't have been too happy with the 37 runs conceded in the last 2 overs.
Yeah, again, obviously they had an end batter, and I think that was the main thing. And it goes to show once you have that guy, he batted all the way through, he was seeing the ball big. So it's a matter of executing. So let's see if we can put that right tonight.
What about your team?
Same team.
Okay, enjoy it. Kyron, good stuff. Benny, had you won the toss? Oh, he's missed the hand there. Oh, you got it. Yeah, well done. Well done. Good stuff, Kyron. Had you won the toss, what would you have done?
Yeah, we probably would have bowled first, but I mean, I don't think the wicket's going to change too much, I hope. So, yeah, we've got to bat well and then, bowl well second.
So let's go back to the draft, and you had to make a couple of changes straight after the draft. How did that affect things with the team scenario leading this tournament? So some quick thinking going on and a couple of players added.
I think there always can be at franchise cricket, with the World Cup just been and injuries and stuff like that. There's always replacements, so you've got to think on your feet. And I feel like we have a really good side. It's just obviously T10 cricket, so yeah, you've got to go out and execute, and hopefully if you do that, you come out on top.
David Miller, big addition.
Very big addition. I mean, he's a class player. There's a number of class players, but to have him in the side's pretty cool.
And I think one of the important things about him, he's just outstanding in that change room.
Yeah, he is. I mean, everyone loves him. So, look, I hope he goes out and performs, and he will be how he is off the pitch, which is great. So it's good for us.
So, as captain, looking at this game against the Strikers, I mean, how's the build-up been? Are you happy the way things are before your first game?
We are. We've had a couple of warm-up games, and everyone's got a couple of overs under their belt. A few people have hit a few runs. So, look, I think we're ready. Time will tell tonight. Let's hope we bat well.
Righto, have some fun.
Thank you.
And enjoy it.
Thanks.
Terrific. Okay, so the news in the middle is the Strikers have won the toss, and they're going to bowl first.
Thank you, Hazy. Now the last one coming up for today. Day number 2 of the Abu Dhabi T10 powered by Sat Sport News. Coming up next from the Zayed Cricket Stadium, it's the BANGLA Tigers and the New York Strikers.
Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go.
Abu Dhabi T10, to season 7. This is match 5. BANGLA Tigers up against the New York Strikers at the Zayed Cricket Stadium in Abu Dhabi. Rightio, time to, as per, catch up with a couple of interviews from a couple of stars playing as it.
As a format, T10 is fast-paced. You get in, you get out. And I think it has a lot more last ball finishes, goes the last over into the wire a lot more. So it's high intensity, shorter period of time. So it's still tough on the body. I know people won't think that. And it also puts you in high pressure situations more often. I think we saw with T20 where everyone thought it would be hits and giggles. And then you actually realize a lot more thought goes into it. I think T10 will become the same. You have less time, but there's still an element of batsmanship involved. Obviously the 4 sixes. Yeah, it was a good night for myself, my family, West Indies cricket. So yeah, something I look back fondly on. Strength as a batsman, power hitting, down the ground. As a bowler, I think I've become flexible enough that I could bowl the new ball, bowl the new death. So adding versatility to the attack as a seamer. When I was younger, I set out a few goals. I wanted to play for Barbados, my country. I wanted to captain them, play for West Indies, captain West Indies, and win a World Cup. And I set that goal out at about 15 or 16, and I've accomplished it. Probably accomplished it a little quicker than I thought I would have. And now it's just love of the sport, giving back to the game that's done so much for me. So no unfinished agendas as such, just a love for the game. Started, I guess, in the house, in the backyard. My dad was a cricket lover, still is. He tells stories about me at 3 years old, having a bat in hand and him throwing balls to me after work and stuff. So I think I have to give him a lot of credit for getting me involved in the game. And then from then on, it was in the family. Rather watching my dad or playing with my cousin, Jonathan Carter, during summer holidays. And once you realize that you have a love for the game and you try and you're actually a little decent at it for your age, it just kind of spirals. You go from one underage tournament to the next. And then when it becomes professional, it changes a bit. It's not as much for the love of the game anymore, it's more job. But I think once you get to professional level, you know that you have a chance of making it a career. Rahul Dravid, growing up, loved Rahul Dravid. I myself was kind of a wall for my school team and got that nickname and enjoyed watching him play. Later on, played under him as a coach, got to know him as a person, and he's as lovely a man as he was a cricketer. So that was a fond memory to have growing up, liking someone, looking up to them and realizing that they are as good a human being as they are a cricketer. I'm pretty introverted, so spending some time alone when I'm at home, wife, daughter, close circle of friends, but essentially just time away from the game is time away from the game, not watching cricket, not playing cricket games, just literally just chilling, maybe doing some research and just relaxing.
So T10 has become the fastest format of cricket, so I think it makes the excitement for the players and for the spectators. See, we have seen the impact of T20 cricket for the 50-over game, so I think T10, so now the T10 is more fast than T20, so definitely the reflexes and the intensity has gone to a different level. So I think now the T20s will be motivated by the T10s as well. Winning the Asia Cup is the most memorable moment in 2022. So yeah, lifting the trophy was unforgettable. Challenges in T10 cricket, obviously the bowling in good pitches like this, it makes more challenging for the bowlers rather than the batsmen. For me, I feel from the fitness point of view, so it's a bit challenging, we have to travel from different time zones to time zones. So, but still, you know, the conditions also, you know, we have played in Sri Lanka and in that turning track, so we are kind of adjustable. So mainly the fitness and the pitch conditions are, you know, a bit tough to adjust. In my cricketing career, greatest regret is, so I feel that I'm a better batsman than what the stats shows. So I feel I could have scored more hundreds and more match-winning knocks for the country. So that's the only worry I have. When I grew up, I wanted to, you know, be an international cricketer, and once I started playing, I wanted to hit 10 ODI hundreds. But you know, still I am trying for that. And when I turn up for practice, what I wanted to do is I wanted to give my best sessions and to make sure that I'll come up the best shot in the international games. It's a process, so I never wanted to be an international cricketer. So step by step, I learned how to, you know, become successful. So, and I learned everything from little things, what I do back at home. So started with playing softball cricket because my uncle used to play a lot of softball cricket back in village. So I was inspired by him. I had these tennis balls and softball bats back in home. So, and I used to knock in the backyard, and then later on school cricket and obviously club cricket and into the international arena. When I grew up, so as an all-rounder, I loved the way Flintoff played. So his aggression and the approach to the game, and then as a leader, MS Dhoni, I actually the way he handled the pressure situations is so precious. So I think for me, he's the best captain I have ever seen. So my favorite batter, actually, I got few batsmen in the list. So Rohit Sharma is a one, Quincy de Kock, Shubman Gill, and of course Surya Kumar Yadav. Bowler, I'll take Jasprit Bumrah. So very hard at the death where I found as a finisher, and you know it's very hard to get him away. And Rashid Khan and Wanidu Hasaranga. Normally when I go out on the ground, I automatically switch off. So I listen to music, and you know I don't think much about cricket once I go out on the park. So probably the best thing I do is listen to music and just relax in my bed.
Just fabulous to hear from some of those. Bangla Tigers, of course, will get to see Carlos Brathwaite and Dasun Shanaka in action for the very first time in this edition of the Abu Dhabi T10, powered by Sat Sports. But I've got Mike Hazeman down. I've dragged him over from the toss to chat through what we've seen in the first 4 matches of the competition. And I have to say, it's been a bit of a mixed bag in terms of scores. But, you know, what an incredible start to cricket's fastest format. What have you made of it?
Yeah, I think it's been terrific. You know, and one of the stark differences to me have been the way that some teams have finished so strongly and others have faltered a little bit. I mean, the Strikers faltered with the bat in their first game, but the Gladiators finished really strongly for starters, and that set a really nice tone. We can talk more about that in a sec. But that's been a stark difference, I think, with a lot of these teams. The game we saw just now, that was another example. So I think some of the sides have been really strong at the end of the innings and scored really heavily and going at about 15, 16 runs and over, and that has been sealing the deal, and that's been terrific to watch. And that's what T10's all about, really. Just take the full advantage and make sure one player in particular scores the runs he needs to score and take full toll.
Absolutely. If we look at today's matches as well, it was a much higher scoring affair. I think the batters certainly came to play on what seemed to be a better surface for batting. And Jason Roy, in the last matchup we just saw for the Chennai Braves, you talk about one man standing up for his team. Well, didn't he absolutely brutalise the Team Abu Dhabi bowlers with his incredible innings?
Yeah, he played superbly. I mean, he's a wonderful cricketer, I know that. I mean, 84 runs off 39 deliveries. I mean, he was getting grumpy out there at one stage. I didn't quite understand why, but he's one of those guys who doesn't smile too much when he's out there in the middle. but 6 4s and 7 6s. That's the big difference when Jason Roy's the 60 scores. And just finishing strong, 48 runs in the last 3 overs. And he was the Lone Ranger. That was the job that he did, and it was really special. So good stuff from Jason Roy.
Yeah, and the Chennai Braves, they did not have a good season. They really rebuilt their team, and they truly needed someone in the top order to step up and make that massive contribution. So to have their big English international come in and perform like that, it's good signs for the Chennai Braves. And so very happy, Dougie, of course, from a coach's perspective, and he just said, so many times last year we came really close, but to get across the line today is so important because it's all about momentum in this cricket's fastest format, isn't it?
And it doesn't happen very often that it is just one guy only. I mean, there's normally a couple of other guys that chip in as well. So the other blokes understand that they've got to help Jason Roy. He's not going to get all the runs all the time, so they're going to have to chip in and make sure they do some damage as well with the bat in particular. But yeah, they're going to build nice. That makes a massive difference, that change room, when you get a good victory like that. Close game, 5 off the last 2, wasn't it? In the end, was it 5? Yeah, 5 of the last 2, and then getting up there.
Yeah, and you know what also makes a massive difference in this format of the game is the fielding. I mean, it's in every format of the game, but in this, well, if the catching is not up to scratch, well, it's very hard to build your way back. But we've seen some incredible fielding overs. That Rothman Powell effort on the boundary, my goodness.
Unbelievable stuff. I mean, this is just great peace of mind and great athleticism. I mean, he's such an athletic guy, and he was leaping in the air. He was so far off the ground to actually do that. And I mean, if there were runs at the end that got really tight, then he can be the guy that was on the good. Now, another good one as well. I mean, it's really good stuff. They practice that quite a lot. But most importantly, they think about it a lot, which is really important. They need to know where the boundary line is when they're backing down. They've got to know exactly right there. So they've got to know their ground distance.
I can't imagine how difficult that is to do, the core strength that you must need to be able to perform those sorts of acrobatic efforts, particularly on the boundary. But the bowling, I mean, it can't be easy being a bowler in this format of the game, and batters are coming at you from ball one. But what have you made of the bowling so far, and who's impressed you?
Well, the guy with the ball in his hand just there just went off the screen. Mohamed Amir is someone who we can watch very closely in this game as well, because he's someone who swings the ball. Now, I've seen quite a few guys swing the ball, and that's really important when the ball's nice and new. If you're supported by the fielders, it makes a massive difference. But if you've got the ability to swing the new ball and to put some pressure on the batsman when it is going for the first over or 2 or whatever, when you're starting in the first couple of overs in the power play, it takes that power play situation out of the game because you're bowling so well. And he slants it across, brings it back into the right-handers. So that's been the plans they've had, I think, really good. And the variations, it's nice to have. He's got 3 or 4 different delivery sequence bowls, so that's important.
Yeah, well, plenty more to unpack on the other side of this very short break, of course. We're building up to ball 1 of the BANGLA Tigers. They're taking on the New York Strikers. Stick with us. This is going to be a blockbuster.
Oh, here we go.
There's quite a bit of thinking done on their feet, which is quite good with some of the changes they made. One was David Miller, so he's in at number 4. We know how devastating he can be at a wonderful World Cup.
Didn't he just?
He can smash the ball a mile. But Chris Lynn is always worth watching right at the top. He likes to tee off. Of course, Mendes is a fine player, which is a keeping job as well. Chanaka is someone also who can hit the ball. Hyder Ali, another one. So they've got some seriously good, Jordan Cox, some seriously good batting in that lineup, and they won't be too unhappy, although Captain Howe said he would like to bowl first. I won't be too unhappy batting first, I don't think. Conditions are good out there.
Be interested to see that batting order as well, because Daniel Sams we know is a devastating middle order batter, and to see him down there at 10, we wonder if maybe that's quite a fluid lineup they've got there. But the New York Strikers, they're playing 11, obviously made it all the way through to the final, didn't get the chocolates this year, but didn't start off the season with a win yesterday. They'll be looking to bounce back.
Yeah, Kyron Pollard said at the toss they didn't really talk about it too much last night. They all went home and had a bit of a think about it, or make the change room, or the hotel I should say, a bit of a think about it, and came back today and had a bit of a chat before things got underway. But they were down on their boundary count yesterday, which is a bit of an issue, and Kyron Pollard is perhaps one of those guys who I guess has got to come into the game and get some runs. But one area where they didn't get it right is they only scored 13 runs off the last 2 overs when they were batting, but they conceded 37 runs and they were bowling. So that's a big change. I'm just talking about finishing the innings and not getting the runs when they were needed. It was a prime example in the game they played last time, the Strikers.
Well, someone who had an absolutely exceptional World Cup that they'll be coming up against is, of course, David Miller, who's playing for the BANGLA Tigers this season. And he just got better and better as the World Cup came on for South Africa. And I'm sure they'll be hoping that, like Quinton de Kock in the last match, he'll be trying to bring in that form into this format of the game, cricket's fastest format. And the way that he attacked some of those World Cup innings, I think if I was a BANGLA Tigers fan, I'd be very happy with how he's been going.
Yeah, I think so. And he's also, I mean, he's one of the nicest blokes you can ever meet in a cricket environment, a sporting environment. So he'll be helping all the youngsters around the place in that change room as well, and just giving them tips and that sort of stuff. He's one of those guys who's only too keen to sort of pass on any hints, and his game has improved a lot over the last couple of years by when he's playing spin bowling, by not over-committing on that front foot. And it's paying dividends now when he bats anywhere, and I'd expect the same tonight again.
Someone he's sharing a change room with is Carlos Brathwaite. Remember the name, and if you're a T10 fan, well, you'll remember exactly what he did for the Chennai Braves last season. It resurrected his career, which is the beauty of this format of the game. You know, he was kind of in and out of franchise cricket. He came and had a wonderful season for the Chennai Braves. What do you think he brings with his all-round capabilities to a side like Bangla?
Vast experience for starters. A hand when he does grab the ball, the ball just sort of shrinks in his hand so you can hardly see the damn thing. But he's a wonderful cricketer. He needs to get a few more wickets, I think. He's entrusted with getting wickets at the start generally. I wonder if it's going to happen again today. But he's a big hitter of the ball also. But he's a class act. But they need him at his best. That's what they need.
Well, the crowd is definitely rolling and the umpires are coming out. So it looks like it's time to get upstairs to our wonderful commentary panel and get this show on the road.
BANGLA Tigers. They're geared up and ready to get out there because Kyron Pollard of the New York Strikers won the toss and said we're going to go up as a group and bowl first. Unchanged, the New York Strikers from the very first outing yesterday. And they're in the huddle, and big Kyron Pollard with his last little words of inspiration. Very good lineup, except they couldn't get the job done in game one. Up against Benny Howell's men, the BANGLA Tigers, and you think of Chris Lynn. So looking forward to him back in action. Heard some big things about Jordan Cox and of course Kushal Mendes. Davey Miller, who's been around a long, long time in white ball cricket. So he is one heck of a talent, and everyone's got excited about Carlos Brathwaite in the lineup, and Daniel Sams, he hits a long ball, very good all-round cricket, and Dominic Drake's got a bag of tricks from him. Just a few years ago, winning the CPL final just a couple of years ago in St Kitts and Nevis. But here we are in late 2023, and Chris Lynn, it's a muscular figure, became a father not very long ago, so all things busy in his life domestically, and he's out in the middle. They're looking pretty in pink, Simon Dool. Outfit, and let's see if the Queenslander can get going tonight.
Well, he only knows one way, does Chris Lynn. That strike rate tells you exactly that. Best of 91 not out. Strike rate over 200. And one way and one way only for Chris Lynn. to see him around. And Jordan Cox, for those that don't know a lot about Jordan Cox, terrific talent. He's a Kent lad. Plays for Kent in the English county game. And he's a terrifically talented batter and probably one of the better fielders in the game in the UK. He's a wicket-keeper as well, but he's amazing in the park. Mohammad Jawadullah with a left arm seam to get things underway, slip in place as well.
So Jawadullah, he's going to bowl to Chris Lynn, and Lynn will be eyeing up that smaller side of the park here tonight. Zayed Stadium, slightly to one side of the square. Crowd are getting fired up here, excited. Now then, time to get things underway here in match 5. Unique skip and delivery. Oh, he wants a single. Oh, Cox, lucky he is quick.
Yeah, also with Jawadullah having to run around the ball, being a left armer. If he was a right-hander, this would have been a lot easier for him, but watch how he has to run around the ball. Oh, if you had a widescreen telly, you might have seen that. There he is. Run around the ball, still might have had him, just.
Some are wider than others. Time for Geordie Cox. It's a very colourful outfit, really, isn't it? Very busy. Grape helmet on. Short. And protection. 2 men out. Deep backward square is on the fence. It was a fine leg as well, so that's going to change now, is it? Because we're going to have Chris Lynn back on strike. Nigel, hello, Long. To see you back in this part of the world. He does like it here. He's been to quite a few Abu Dhabi T10s. And Lyndon Hannibal, he's got the enhancers on, isn't he, with the goggles under lights.
Maybe he could be in the next fashion show in between games with those puppies on.
One of those watch workshops too. Gone! A little bit of curve back in. Lynn, his opening stanza for the Tigers is very brief this season.
Yeah, didn't quite get himself set in a wicket in his first over last night as well. Jawadullah, and if you haven't really seen him before, slightly different action, but there's a little bit of movement straight back into that middle stump. Not quite the ball that Lynn was looking for, and he pays the price. Middle stump rocked back. Chris Lynn gone for 1, and the Tigers 2 for 1.
Time for Kushal Mendis. Not a bad chap to come in after you lose Lynn early in terms of his striking ability. Chris Lynn, yes, hasn't played a heck of a lot of cricket of late, and that sort of stroke sums it up. Giving away too much of the target, i.e. the stumps, and the middle peg rocks back. Too much too soon from Chris Lynn. And he is back for an early shower.
Daniel Sams watching on. See him in action later on. There's a lot going on with that Bangla Tigers outfit. We'll get more into that as time goes on. It's a long batting order. And you look at those names down there. Daniel Sam's a great striker. Dominic Drake's is no slouch with the bat. Slated to come in at 11. They just bat all the way down. Maybe that's their mantra, is just let's pack our side with guys all the way down who can bat, most of which, or half of which, can bowl a bit, and some can bowl better than a bit. We'll see if we can just get more runs than anyone else.
The Cellar Dwellers last Abu Dhabi T10. Underway straight away. Very nice. Little boundary.
Looking for that swing again, but just a little tight on the leg side. Kusal Mendes, a freebie to get underway. Lovely click that. Get some snaps of that. Swung away powerfully. Back-to-back fours to start for Kusal.
Matt Maynard is the head coach of the Bangla Tigers in this 7th season. And a couple of freebies, as you say, Dooley, to get underway rather easily for Mendes. Bowling just slightly off end. You can't be against Mendes. Built close to the ground, Kushal Mendes, and back inside the popping crease, just sits back there and using pace on. So let's see who takes us on now. Kushal. No, he's gone back to more orthodox there. He's on the crease line. He just shuffles back inside the box. So one done, 10 for 1.
Over to you.
Lynn out early, hardly troubled the scorers. Jordan Cox is on strike. Mendes has flicked a couple. And it's time for one of the good swing merchants with a new white ball in hand, Muhammad Amir of Pakistan. There's that nice bit of curve back in. And he knows what he's all about. So shrewd. And on the circuit is Muhammad Amir.
Yeah, great start, a little bit of swing. Yeah, what about these shirts, Danny? There's a lot going on there, isn't there?
Dooley, are you a fan early? What do you think?
I don't mind it. You know I love my gold. A little bit of mauve. What colour are we running with? I mean, the New York Strikers, that pink and blue, that is not too difficult, but there's always a bit of conjecture around this colour for the Bangla Tigers. I mean, are we going with the forward one would just be purple, but then you kind of think mauve-y colour. Yeah, there you are.
I think I need to get archives onto this. I can't remember how wild it was last season, actually, with the Tigers. I think they had more of a tiger in their shirt. Just trying to think back to 12 months ago, and then, yeah, definitely wasn't this mauvey, pinky, grapey thing.
Is that like a tiger on the side there, on the right side? There's a little bit of an animal going on there. There's a
pad. I'll scamper through for a leg by. Just wait for the signal. Yeah, confirmation. Yeah, leg by. Yeah, I think they're saying, so just having a chat up here in the combox, colleagues, and I think they're more yellow last year with the Tigers. And you said there's a lion and corporate, a big head on the shirt, but there's something else on their breast.
It's a wolf. In Tigers clothing.
No sheep either on the back of it?
No. Where's the sheep?
Jesus, this is game 3 and it's late already. Well, there's that swing. There's that swing. You'll be mindful against Mohamed Amir.
Yeah, there's the Tiger on the side. So the Tiger's in gold on the left side. You can see that there, Danny. There it is. Tiger's in gold on the left-hand side around about the rib cage. Good spot to aim for if you're a bowler. Then you've got a wolf on the chest. A lot of animal love going on here.
Oh, sounded good. What a crunch. Maximum of note. Miller loves it. So does the rest of the dugout. We've had 2 overs and now the Tigers suddenly leap to 19 for 1.
Good support for the Tigers, that is for sure. Yeah, it's created a little bit of chatter already. I quite like it. I don't mind the colours. And Ali Khan.
There's that swing with that slingy action of Ali Khan's, but Cox might not have got there so much with the feet, but the hands are sweet.
Yeah, hold your shape. He's still able to reach it because he's not over-committed. A little bit of swing, but that left foot goes leg side, looking for the offside. But he just manages to hold his hands high and still enough to time the ball.
Well, again, prodigious movement, a little bit of curve, and it went more off the seam, but it's the length that allows Cox to free those arms and back-to-back fours.
Yeah, this one's slightly more fortunate. Got a wideish backward point and a deep cover are his boundary riders on the offside, then 3 on the leg, so he's bowling too wide for this field set. He's really got to be bowling nice and straight for this field set.
Yeah, power play done after 2, as we know. Well, there is that swing. He's getting some good curve, but we've had a hat-trick of boundaries. Those wonderful hands of Jordan Cox.
Yeah, just coach killing this as far as the line and the length and everything is concerned from Ali Khan. He's an experienced individual, but this is poor bowling. You've got your field set with your boundary riders onside. You've got 2 now. 3 on the leg side and 2 on the offside at backward point and cover. And he's just bowling too wide. He's feeding Jordan Cox's strength and his arc.
Yeah, it's sort of just swinging that way, isn't it? Curving out. Now he goes a bit straighter. Now he goes inside. Smart batting. Geordie Cox, yeah, take a bow, and he does.
Now he's got the finger, Mohamed Amir. Well, you would hope that with that performance and carry on, it's broken. Otherwise, he should be playing another round ball sport.
We're hoping for a Golden Globe. So this little flick He dislocated his finger or something here, Muhammad Amir. He sticks a mitt up. Oh, he awkwardly throws his hands at it. It's going too quick for him. Amir, that is. So they're going to have to take him off, I reckon. He dislocated a finger. There's certainly a lot of discomfort there. Fans are having an absolute ball here, though. Music's revving a bit while we've got a little bit of stoppage of play. Physio out there. A little bit of ice, and Jordan Cox is looking a little concerned, but yeah, lovely hands. And Simon Doyle was mentioning there, don't worry about the feet, but the hands. Considering also the swings going out there. So it's allowing Cox to play through the offside, and then he, very clever, he thought, okay, he's going to bowl a bit straighter. He's going to try and compensate here, and he did. And Cox was awake to it beautifully. So 4 fours on the trot. Expensive over, still 2 to go.
He's coming off here. Muhammad Amir. The physio's got a hold of his hand, I think. Yeah, it's left-hand bowling finger, that big one, that first finger on that left hand. He's on his way off to get some treatment, as I say, with that histrionics after it hit him. It has to be broken. Did not look like he was in or having a lot of fun at all. Very painful. The Delhi Bulls and the Gladiators. Well, the Bulls got up in that one. They beat the Gladiators after the Gladiators won their first game yesterday, and the Chennai Braves had a win over Team Abu Dhabi in match number 2.
Just. Ali Khan to finish out. Yeah, he's a little bit of premeditation now because it's gone so well for Cox and Mendes. And so Mark Dale has come on as a sub for Muhammad Amir. Has he got a finger in the bucket of ice? He's not looking great at all. Like you say, Simon Doyle, yeah, bowling hand, and really annoying. There's a big finger, which is such a big part of holding onto the cricket ball. Is it a bowling hand, is it, or is it an index finger? Either or, index finger, big finger, maybe both. Ouch. So he's going to come around here for the last ball of the third. This Ali Khan, and he's been met. That sounded so good. 23 off the third, and the Tigers are suddenly 42 for 1 here. Best over by some margin. 23 from it, and the Tigers just been ignited nicely there from Jordan Cox. 19 from 9, 4 on the trot, and we're going to have one of the specialists, one of the magicians of the game, Sunil Narayan. This one, yeah, stunning, big, and take a heave. Jordan Cox getting hold of this one, and as was yesterday, Sunil Narayan got met right from the get-go.
Yeah, it was Tom Kohler-Cadmore yesterday, wasn't it? That climbed into him straight away. Today it's Jordan Cox, first ball.
I think players realise, yeah, and here's another one. Threads the needle. 50 up already in 3.2, but so with you, Dooley. I think the modern era now, you've got to go after and do not let Sunil Narayan settle. He gets pumped the first one, and in this he overcompensates and gets pumped as well. Cox humming. What's he got now? Oh, he missed out. He missed out because he dragged it down to Narayan.
Yeah, just threw that one in a little bit shorter, did Narayan.
Well, Mendes, he's quick. There's one of the bigger pockets, to be fair, so good smart thinking from Mendes.
Yeah, good cricket. You've got to push hard in between the wickets. Mendes is 21 from 7. He's really got things going, and Cox has followed suit now.
There's protection. Is it Odin Smith down there? But yeah, I just think the mindset of the batters now, they know what he's about, Sunil Ryan, and so they want to get after him and unsettle him, particularly this fastest format for sure. But even in T20, you just think, can batters take him down early from the outset and upset him? That's the one. That's the one where he wants to settle on. 4 bowl. 55 for 1 here.
For 1, 4 gone, and signal comes out for the batting power play, which is a 1 over option that the batting side have after the initial 2 overs, in between 3 and 9, the floating power play it's called. And I love what I've seen 2 of the captains so far do today. You wait till your perceived opposition's best bowler has just bowled, and then you go straight away after them. So you don't allow them to bowl the floating power play over from a bowling point of view. Narayan probably one of the bigger threats. So they take him out of play for the power play over, and it's now got to be Jawadula.
Yeah, and just to add to that, particularly if you can take that, well, your perceived best bowler down. Oh, not a great throw. Good pressure on the field, and that's what you do in T10. But yeah, they've taken, well, it's perceived really. 13 off Sunil Narayan, no mean feat. So you do that, and I hear you, Dool, and then be strategic about this. Take, as a batting side, take the floating power play with only 2 men out. Wasim, he picked up and couldn't shut it down. Mendes and Cox going well together. There's almost like a bit of telepathy in terms of taking on the field, running hard, putting pressure on. Cox wasn't quite ready. Don't know if someone's strutting in front of the side screen, are they? Someone, someone was. We won't show you. Someone famous. Yep, see? Someone famous. So we're ready now. And it's Geordie Cox. Whew. Safe? Not? Yeah. Found another gap. Here's another boundary. It's raining.
Yeah, went short. Just enough width for Jordan Cox to get underneath it, help it over backward point for 4.
Poles everywhere. They needed this, did the Tigers. The Strikers have done it. Tigers have lost Cox, but man, did the Strikers need this.
Read it well there, Jawadula. Jordan Cox was looking to go to that direction in the leg side. He thought that Jawadula was going wide of off stump, but not to be. Well and truly behind the line, no problem there. And he's targeted that leg stump and knocked it out of the ground. Great response after the first couple of deliveries. Jordan Cox is on his way for 38 off 17, and it's 61 for 2.
Davey Miller, he's out there. Some bright spots in the recent ICC Men's 50 over World Cup. Yeah, premeditated, I get it. But kudos to the bowler for getting the radar right. So time for the left-hander, D. Miller. Oh, he's got one on the glove there. That's a good, tasty little bit of pace here. Jawadula. Yeah, good energy. Confidence is up, given he's taken a couple of wickets. That unique action. And the zingers, they're alight. Very good, very good innings of note. Oh, KP couldn't get the dive out, the old boy. Long way down for him, of course. And there's 4 more to Mendes.
Yeah, might have thought about it momentarily here, Pollard. Not perfectly timed, but good enough to get it past the big man. This will give us a better view. No chance. No chance at all.
Doing him an injustice, really. KP. Solid frame to land. Got to save it. Key moments in a tournament. Gloved and gone, is he? Oh, I liked it. Good zip through. It's a dot ball. 11 and a wicket. Tigers 66 for 2. So, first little stanza done in terms of the 5 overs. 66 for 2, and of course, snowball. Yeah, join T10's venture into the future with that blockchain and receive some digital rewards. Miller up against Narayan. Be a little bit more circumspect than Jordan Cox, because he's only just got out there. But who's just got up here? Michael Hazeman.
Now, Danny, did I hear you shout this last ball, the last over? Did you give this a shout? Oh, you appealed from the commentary box. What's that about?
I gave it out. He deserved it. Good pace and zip. Woof.
Sitting behind you, I couldn't believe he gave it a shout. Not even close.
Well, next innings,
it's a bowler's game, this.
Well, could I go down and umpire?
It's a bowler's game. I'm doing it. That's a fine shot. Look at that. That's beautifully played. Opening the blade and slapping it for 4.
We should go down and umpire. We'll make it a very quick game. Good game's a fast game, they tell me. And this is the fastest game of all. T10. And some lovely timing and hand-eye from Kushal Mendes. Well done, cameras.
Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Catch it!
Gone! Night sky. A little bit challenging, had to wait a long time. And it's that man again, Sunil Narayan, getting rid of the dangerous Kushal Mendes.
Well, they certainly got after him in the first over that he bowled, but he's come back now with a vengeance. Top edge, bit of extra bounce, presumably. And a good catch. Mark Dale takes that catch quite comfortably. And Narayan's got himself in the wickets column, as he normally does in any game. Mendes has now gone for 29, Tigers 71 for 3. Sams now. Nicely bowled, just going away from the right-hander, working on the onside. Chase for the keeper, coming back for 2. That's really good running. Top running.
Well, you got Miller, no slouch. Sams, he is an athlete. We're going on about Cox and Mendes. They're running between the wickets. Impressive. Putting pressure on the strikers. And now these two. Let's see what can happen. A dot. Long way up. You can understand Mendes felt it was on. Just a little bit too much underneath it. And Mark Dale, very good fielder.
Narayan showing lots of emotion again. Oh, that's gone high as well. It's another chance. He's snaffling 2 and the... Oh, no. Oh, no. Ali Khan. Oh, no. It's gone straight through. Oh, but the finger's okay.
That is a shocker.
End of the over, 73 for 3. Couple of blokes, I think, in the BANGLA Tigers dugout right now. We're thinking, oh, why to get out then? Going so nicely. Cox 30 out of 17 and Mendes 29 off 12. Jawadullah and Narayan, the 2 boys that took care of those batsmen. Miller and Sams now. A couple of fine plays. Sams hits a long ball, so does David Miller, but certainly more orthodox Miller. Can slaughter an attack when he gets going. Bowled nice yesterday. Karunaratne picked up 3.
Yeah, deceptively quick. Nice bit of variety too with these slower balls.
Face off. That's the way you got to bowl to David Miller. Yeah, just letting his partner know that was pace off that delivery. Ali Khan camped underneath this for a long time.
With 2 left hands. Gotta take these, Chief. Oh, he never looked comfortable. There you go. Well, there you go. Oh, he hardly got a finger on it either. Yeah. Oh dear. Look at the guy's expression.
Thankfully, he didn't take a finger with it like we saw previously. Hope he's okay. Mohammed Amir, that didn't look great. Over the top. On the bounce.
Yeah, Simon Bill was mentioning it, this batting line, it goes so deep. We've got Sams in here this evening in this situation coming in, so most T10 side, yeah, you got a formula at the top, but you've got to be flexible too, don't you? Be so adaptable to bowlers, opposition, the situation of the game, to then possibly have someone else who might have been coming in at 7, suddenly coming in at 5.
Look at those projected scores, 118 at this rate. Oh, top edge from Miller. Might be in trouble here. Yep, another one camping underneath. Can they take that? Yep, they can. Karunaratne has struck, and he has got a huge wicket.
Yeah, it's the big one of Miller. Just going to check that all the time. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. And Mohammed Wasim wasn't going to do an Ali Khan. Catch these every night of the week. Wasim, positioned beautifully, reverse carp, salutes behind him. And there's another salute as well. Gone for just 3 at 75 for 4 now.
Halfway through the 7th over, Carlos Brathwaite now, 19 games, healthy strike rate, best of 44 not out. Very important cricketer in this lineup for the Tigers, both bat and ball. Certainly capable of getting some wickets and generally does do that, but they need some runs from him now. Can't waste this start. Oh, it's a very good delivery. First up, they're up in a huge fashion. 1, 2, 3 appeals, 4, 5, and he counts.
Nigel says no. Long. I think he's missed this by some margin. Yeah, he's missed it. There's plenty of daylight there. Lovely appeal though. They all want to burgle this one. They're thinking the same lines as you are, Michael Hazeman. It's a massive wicket. Just got rid of the big fish and Miller. And they were hoping for number 5. Pollard knew.
Slower delivery, swiping that on the onside. 4 paces and he's down the other end.
Oh, just about had 7, but just a couple of looks, just a couple. Miller didn't want to have too much of a look. He was only there for 4 deliveries, out for 3. But, again in T10. Understandable, but just give yourself a little bit of time. Just the 2 or 3 deliveries. Even if they're 3 dots, but you've had a look and just started to get the vibe and the feel of the pitch out there.
It's cracked away. Is there protection? No, there's not. A really good over was just ruined a bit by the boundary. 80 for 4. For 4, 7 overs gone, 3 overs remaining now. Great start. Cox and Bendis were terrific with their partnership, but it's just been whittled away a bit now this innings. Hayder Ali to come in next, Shanika after that. Akil Hussain delivers from fairly wide of the crease. Look at that economy rate. 6.56. That is just extraordinary. Watch that ball dart in now to Carlos Brathwaite very late. He's seen it before, Brathwaite, of course. He'll know exactly what's coming up. But will he be able to keep it out because it hones in on those stumps?
No run, no run. Play boys, come on.
Yeah, pace on. Lovely bit of placement from Daniel Sams. All along the carpet. And you just say, Hazy, yeah, just ruined the over somewhat. One thing about Akil Hussain, he often bowls there. Doesn't give the stumps away very much and shuts you down. It's perfect with 2 right-handers on for him. So you can see why he's been brought into the tank.
2 dot balls to start the over. Oh, he was looking for the big hits. 3 dot balls now. What's going through Brathwaite's mind at this stage?
Oh, just a 6 over long on or straight. Oh, you'd feel he's missed out there. It's almost that slot length for him, given that extra reach.
It's going to be called a wide. Have to reset and bowl that one again.
He almost sort of premeditated it might be that sort of thing. Brathwaite was thinking against Akil Hussain, but now this is a crunch ball. This is important, this one, in the context of the game.
Short, right length for him. Has he hit it far enough? Oh, what a catch that is! That is sensational. Absolutely brilliant. My goodness, that is a blinder. We have seen some great catches today. Big smile from Akil Hussain. I'm not surprised.
So often the case, as you see those easy ones put down, nothing wrong with the front foot there. Just saying the easy ones put down, a la Asif Khan. And this one here, oh yeah, that is beautiful. The bowler, he's just finished an over. Aaron Ratner, wonderful athleticism to hold on to it. Brief again, another one of the Tigers goes. Brathwaite for just a single, and now they're 81 for 5.
Go boys.
Top over. Oh, that was on target as well. Just the single. Look at this catch from Karuna Ratner.
Going to make a lot of ground. It's often those ones where you think, shall I go in? And it dips on you right at the last split second. Brilliant to keep it all under control. Eyes all the way on it, right into his mitts. It's brilliant.
They were 1 for 61. They're now 5 for 81. They've thrown away this terrific start. 1 for 61 in no time too, by the way. Last ball, 2 from it so far, and a wicket. It's just going to be the single, so that is terrific from Hussain. 8 gone, 83 for 5.
Let's go, boys. Let's go, boys. Got to move quickly, boys. Got to move quickly, boys. Come on, come on.
Well, building number 3 looked okay, and then suddenly it's looked pretty dismal. 3 for 17 in the last 3 overs. That's how ordinary things have gone. Oh, he's back. He's back. Mohammad Amir is back.
Where's Simon Dool? Dooley said, listen, he better go to hospital with a broken, he better have a broken finger with all those histrionics.
Cross seam delivery. Oh, it's pushed wide across. And a wide to start the over.
Not what you're looking for as a bowler when you've gone off with crunched fingers on your bowling hand. Start with that. Medical miracle with that intervention on his fingers.
Look at it come back for the second. They do that. Got the thumb and 4 fingers on that hand, I've noticed. Nothing dramatic's happened since it's been off. Maybe miracle medical staff.
Yeah. Everything seems to be okay now for Mohammad Amir. Tearing in.
Just what the doctor ordered. He's back. Oh, that's inside that guideline. Nicely bowled. Cross seam. No swing at this stage, of course. He's not trying to.
Yeah, I do often ask that question. Is there a doctor in the house? There's quite a few, it seems. Now, what's happened here? Is he still struggling? Give me those fingers a little going over. Mohammad Amir. Yeah, that's a cracker. Looking full. Change of pace, a dipping Yorker length. Deceiving of Daniel Sams. Chris Lynn, played for a while. In and out.
Oh, this is brilliant work for Mohammad Amir. Brilliant to see him back on the park as well. 3 dot balls in a row. This is why he went off. The ball disappeared. We thought his finger went with it.
It's like he's having a tantrum. He's been dragged from the sandpit and he had to come off in the playground. That is gold.
And now back live.
How's that? How's that?
Polite appeal. Sams is looking for a wide. Yeah, he's just telling him it's a wide, but that's not going to help, I'm afraid. Daniel?
No. This injury, yeah, is very dramatic in going off. Stomping off the park. The doctor...
He's passing on his knowledge now, telling him exactly what he did. A couple of stitches. Got it back on the hand, and he's finished that over now. Just went for 3. 9 gone. 86 for 5. He's off to see the doctor again, just to check on things, make sure there's still 4 fingers on.
It's a movie, wasn't there, about that?
It was, actually, yeah.
Frankie 4 fingers.
Now, just a reminder, join the T10 venture into the future with blockchain, receive digital awards, and scan that QR code on the screen with your details to join that wait list. Last over. They got off to a flyer. What a comeback. 2's the early call.
Well, prior to the start of this over, the last 2 overs only went for 9. 9 dot balls, I beg your pardon. So all excited up here. Yeah, because you think there's 5 on the trot. There's a wide, then a 2, and then he bowled 5 dot balls, Mohammad Amir. The doc's bamboozled. He said, is Mohammad off? Been in a few movies too, I reckon. Shall I know him from somewhere?
Slower delivery, clever bowling. Strong arm.
What's going to happen, Mohammad Amir?
He's looking for the doctor. No boundaries for 14 deliveries now. That's how things have dried up from the runs department. 4 balls left in the innings. That's high. Not going very far either. And out. Buckets has taken a catch, and Karunaratne is delighted.
Yeah, he's pumped. Yeah, 3 for the other night there, last night. Now he's got 2 for 10. And his own catch in the deep. Bit of backing up. Yeah. And Sams, can't blame him. Never, ever going to drop those. Kyron Pollard. Yep, pumped, to say the least. It's the end of Daniel Sams. 10 from 13, not ideal in T10. It's 89 for 6.
Shanika now. So 3 balls left in the innings. 89 for 6. Just think they were 61 for 1.
It's freakish, isn't it? 1 for 61, then they're 5 for 81. They're battling massively.
Oh, that's a nice crack. He's hit that superbly. That's surely 6. Yeah, that's a great shot into the block chain.
Mikey. It's a nice little connection. Shanika's just got out there. Look at that. You think, too, your first seed. First little look at it. And it goes over the fence here. 2 Sri Lankans clashing. What a good sound off the willow. 2 deliveries of the innings left. Surely got to breach 3 figures.
Karunaratne, 2 for 16. 2 balls to go in the innings. Tough 2 balls these. Oh, he's picked it up again. Has this gone far enough? Maybe not. Bucket's in the game again. And he's even more pumped up this time.
He's been watching too many Harkers. The All Blacks. Well, that celebration. Nothing wrong with the front foot. Not quite the timing, but again, it's Buckets Pollard to the rescue. Yeah, look out. Down on one knee. Time for kickoff. Out of here. Shanika just for half a dozen, and it's 95 for 7.
Dominic Drakes. Last ball. Launches that one. Has that gone? Yes, it has. That's brought up 100 as well. That is a wonderful shot to finish the innings. Has given them some sort of total. They certainly collapsed quite dramatically really after that great start. And they end up with 101 for 7. And Karunaratne's done a very good job with 3 for 22 off his 2 overs. And that last big 6, something his dad, Fastfoot Drakes, would have been very proud of.
Yeah, tremendous stroke. Just to finish things off, I mentioned they would love to get 3 figures as a team total, and thanks to Dom Drakes, they've achieved that. Really do want that psychological score of over 100 in T10. Still, you'd think it's a bit skinny, but you just don't know. Runs on the board. We saw 103 defended last night, so yeah, you just never know. Cox 38 from 17 with Mendes, and those 2 were tremendous. 29 from 12 was heck of a half-century partnership. Yeah, well, they put on 59, and not much else to write home about. A couple of little glimpses, the odd 6 we've just seen, but really, you look at those 2, Cox and Mendes, and it just fell away somewhat very poorly for the Tigers. 3 extras. Chawadula, 2 for 21. Ali, well, not ideal. It's that one over and a drop catch for 23. So Ryan, 1 for 20. Keel Hussain, 1 wicket there. And then Karunaratne, 3 for 22 was the best of the bowlers.
Yeah, after getting 3 for 25 yesterday, Karunaratne. Good to see Amir back on the park to finish that second over. And saying just the one over, also really tight. That was the 8th over, by the way. 4 dot balls, 1 for 3 only in that 8th over. So good work from Hussain. Right, time for us to go downstairs to Namrata.
Jordan Cox, 38 of 17. What a great performance out there. What do you have to say? What were the preparations like before you came in today?
The preparations were pretty good. We had 2 warm-up games leading into this, so the boys felt pretty good, pretty fresh and ready to go.
And would you say that you're a bit disappointed with how it went on later on and the boys couldn't carry on?
Yeah, obviously it would be nice to, 100-plus score, but, it's the first game of the season for us, so score on the board and let's hope we get a good result and bowl well.
And how much do you enjoy the T10 format? Would you say is it a little tough on the mind?
Yeah, no, it's obviously great fun. It's a luxury of probably playing golf in the morning or chilling out in the morning, and then playing T10 cricket, which is always great fun. And it's a great crowd here, so really enjoying it.
And how confident are you about defending the total?
If we bowl well, I think we'll be fine. But it's all about bowling well and fielding well. So if we do that, we'll win.
All right, thank you so much, and go well.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, did nicely, Jordan Cox. 38 of 17 he got. So match number 5 is halfway through. And the Strikers need 102 runs. They got 10 overs, of course, and they need to go at 10.2 runs per over. And now it's time for a My Dubai innings break. Oh, here we go. Welcome back. We are halfway through match number 5. That's what the Bangla Tigers ended up with. Amazing to think that they were 2 balls into the 4th over. They were 61 for 1 and then just limped to 101 for 7. 38 and 29 the scores was Cox and also Mendes and Jawadala 2 for 21, 3 for 22 for Karuna Ratna. And really good comeback, actually, it's got to be said, from the strikers. They were in a lot of trouble. They were chasing a lot of leather, so they got back into this game quite nice, but now they've got some work to do with the willow. Wasim and Gobaz, the 2 men that are going to be striding out for the strikers. They didn't get their normal number of boundaries yesterday in their first game, and they lost to the Gladiators. That's something they certainly want to pick up a little bit. Now, Josh Little, he's an impact player, so he is in the lineup. We're going to get the official signal from the umpire as well. And Chris Lynn is the man that's on the sideline, so Josh Little in and about to bowl. And Simon Dawes alongside me. Simon, how do you read this?
Well, it's been a big night for Chris Lynn. That's how I'm reading this situation at the moment. And Josh Little, well, he has a chance to make an impact, and an early impact. Mohammad Wasim, he's a powerful striker. Look at that 207 strike rate. What did he face? 2 balls or 3? Sit in the dugout, easy game, isn't it? He'll feature. He's only here for a short time though, Chris Lynn. He's not available for all the games. I think he has to go back to Australia for the start of the Big Bash. But anyway, we're about to get underway.
Bowls was pretty reasonable pace too, Josh Little. Chases on. A little bit of tag team work coming back for the second. Didn't quite release that quick enough. Back to Mendes.
Yeah, good performer, Josh Little. He's international for Ireland, of course. He's been part of franchise cricket around the world. A little bit like Luke Wood, who we've seen a couple of times in the tournament already. Slightly skiddy. Not a big, tall left armer, but got genuine pace.
That's nicely bowled. What a nice line that is to a batsman first up. Yeah, Wood and Little certainly charge in a bit.
There's a lot to like about that. Banging the ball into the surface. He's developed his white ball game a lot over the last couple of years.
It'll be interesting to see how Wasim plays this next delivery, because he just waltzed down the track a little bit with that first ball. And it met him fairly briskly. Oh, he's got that away. Stayed in his crease, swiveled 4 runs.
He got the line wrong completely here, Josh Little. Just helped on its way. Fine leg was up inside the circle. Dragged down its way. I mean, it would have been wide and well wide. He helps himself to 4.
Oh, that's nicely played. Good fielding too. There'll be a good fielding side. All these boys. Bangla Tigers, plenty of support too. The drums will be banging pretty loud with a couple of another desperate dives like that, supporting the bowler. They get quite excited when they're supporting their side. Oh, that's not too far away from that grill, as it just went past.
One for the over, just the line slightly better. A little bit leg side-ish, but not bad.
I I think that took him by surprise a little bit. It was past him before he even realised it. No wonder, he was a foot or so down the track. I think it's exactly what Mendes was talking about. Back past the bowler, just a single. 8 off the first. If they get going, they've got some serious boundary hitters in this lineup. Got Baz, of course, Wasim, Odean Smith, Kyron Pollard. Some guys who can hit the ball a long, long way. Safali is another one. So Daniel Sams, another left armour. So a couple of left armers at the start. Oh, that's nicely picked up, and that's found the gap out there and gone for 4. There is protection down there, 2 behind square.
Yeah, that was the line he's looking for, Daniel Sams, looking to swing the ball back into the right-hander, cramp him for room. He's done that, but Wasim has picked it up beautifully. As you said, Hazy, found the gap.
It's interesting with the only 2 allowed outside the circle in the first 2 overs, and Sams has got his 2, one at deep backward square leg and one at fine leg. A little bit slow to get going, but okay in the end. Wasn't cleanly collected by Drakes.
Another left armour. We've got a few of them. 3 left arm seamers in the mix.
Quite a talent, Dominic Drakes. Serious gold chain. Probably borrowed that from his father. Oh, that's nicely bowled. Squeezed away. Back of the square on the offside, and that's going to run away for another boundary.
Well, you need your elements of luck throughout this style of game. That's exactly what's happened here. It was good delivery from Sams. Just looking to hit it straight down the ground. It's up the outside edge and away down to 3rd for 4.
So a couple of 4s off the first 3 balls of this over. Oh, he's given himself some room and he's hit that a long way up in there. Who's going to catch this? Oh, that is a beauty. That is an absolute beauty. It's the captain who's taken that. That is a blinder.
Oh, don't underestimate how tough this catch is. Pedaling back the whole time. Get your foot down, no problem there, Daniel Sams. That's good. Gurbaz again looking to give himself some room, but just scooped it. Scooped it really high, and Benny Howell does so well. Grabbing backwards, high, hands. Nice give. And that is a good breakthrough and a needed breakthrough. Gurbaz gone for 7, strikers 17 for 1.
So Pereira's striding now. I think we'll get a signal, yeah we do, from umpire Long. Here's the substituted Mohamed Amir. Of course, Al Pereira is going to try and make an impact. That's his job. He'll be looking to do the same, I think. Big Kyron Pollard to make an impact when he gets out there, if he gets out there, of course. Strike rate of 161 throughout his T10 career. In there for a while. Out of the middle though, and scampers through for one.
A good comeback from Daniel Sams. He was aided by just the execution from Gurbaz. Not good enough, and a brilliant catch from the captain. He's made good ground back to that, as I said, hands high above his head.
Think about that catch also against the black sky. It comes down a lot quicker than you anticipate. Comes down like a rocket. Clouds or anything to see it against to get a better vision or a different vision. Just dragging that on the onside. That's the way he likes to go though. It's boundaries, but he's same stage. Both teams were 19 for 1 after the power play, the 2 overs, and big Carlos Brathwaite into the attack. 11 wickets. He's a wicket taker, this man. More protection now with the power play being done. Gives the bowlers and the captain a bit of a sigh of relief. One thing about Carlos Brathwaite, that ball gets in his hand, it suddenly just disappears into that huge mitt of his. It's almost like a ping pong ball in his hand.
And interesting with the little pinky finger as well out the side when he runs in too.
It's bouncing over the top of that middle stump. Just an opportunity to thank one of our big sponsors, Alubond A2, the world's largest manufacturer of aluminium composite panels. Great to have Alubond on board. Terrific company and great sponsor. Oh, that's hit flat. One bounce, skimmer.
They picked the gap perfectly, Pereira on that occasion. He's quickly onto any short ball. He loves it there. Brathwaite's pace nowadays not going to worry Kusal Pereira.
He's going to have to bowl that one again, I think, or did it just? No, he's going to have to bowl it, yep. But it might just one stage perhaps nip the pad, but it didn't. He bowled beautifully. Eighth over, picked up a wicket and just conceded 3 runs, did Hussain in the middle. Yeah, Ravi Rampal is a bowling coach on the left of screen. Oh, that's hit beautifully. Nicely cracked, and that's going to go for 4.
Leg side offside, does not mind Pereira. Just gets the length and he's able to free the arms a little bit, slaps it away.
Just think about both these batsmen in the crease now. They're not totally orthodox in their strokes, but gee, they give the ball a belt. Spend any time at the crease together, they'll accumulate runs very quickly.
That's one for the over. That's one for the over.
Generous from umpire Long.
It was banged in short. Oh dear. Nigel Long's at square leg. He's the one that would call for height.
Either one might have called that, actually. Change of place. And a dot ball to finish the over. 3 gone, 29 for 1. Yeah, just the one knot in each worm at this stage. And the orange one for the strikers is just dipping down a fraction. This is where that partnership has took off for the Tigers earlier. Drakes.
Yeah, a lot to like about Dominic Drakes from a batting, bowling, fielding point of view. Really talented cricketer. Last ball of the innings, hit for 6. He's got real power with the bat. He's a terrific athlete in the field.
Whipped away on the onside, but doesn't have to move too far, only the single. I played a lot against Vasper Drakes. Of course, he spent a lot of his time in South Africa, and fine individual. Vasper Drakes, a terrific cricketer, played for the West Indies. I reckon if you got a photo of Vasper Drakes and Dominic Drakes the same age, they'd be twins.
Did Vasper's trousers meet his boots, though, when he played?
Yeah, he was impeccable.
Yeah, yeah.
Why? Oh, I see.
Just wondering.
Oh, I see. Yeah, just a thought. Or maybe they are Vasper. No. Cries of catch it, but it's going to be on the bounce only. Again, just a single. No damage done. Flipped away, nicely played, a little bit leg side, just picked up, going with the pace.
Yeah, good from Wasim, because Drakes was looking for that leg stump. As soon as he moved across, he thought about maybe sneaking one past the bat and pads and into that leg stump. You can see he gave him a look at it. Drakes went for it, fell for the trap. Wasim picked it up nicely.
Hurt after a while. Well, Dominic, if you keep doing that. The follow through. Pitching what outside leg for starters.
It's the one area it's hard to be coaching too much in this format of the game, because it doesn't allow for a lot, but seen it enough over the last few years with Dominic Drakes. I'd love to see him get a little bit tighter into the crease. He bowls in jumps quite wide. I'd love to see him just get a little bit closer in to give him that ability.
Oh, that's gone high. A good catch was taken. No, couldn't quite get there. Drakes is looking to tidy up. And in the end, it's just a couple of runs. 9 from the over, 38 for 1. Yeah, just to let you know, this is a batting power play over. It's been signalled initially by the captain down in the dugouts. And at the same time, we just want to remind you to scan that QR code and join T10's venture into the future with the blockchain and receive digital rewards. You're going to have to jump onto that QR code and add your details and join the wait list. Ah, here he goes. Here's the big skipper. He's looking for a free hit as well. Just letting the boys in the middle know that it's time to go for it. Get a little kick on here. Try and make it a big over with a couple of guys who can hit the ball a long way. So straight away, everyone but two has got to be inside that circle, the 30-yard circle. Sams is going to be bowl. They changed their bowler, by the way. Sometimes you want to just keep the bowling side and catch them on the hop rather than make an early call. Sams is very experienced. The two men outside the circle, one at deep forward mid-wicket and one at deep backward square, both on the leg side. These guys took a swipe on the leg side. That's their big hitting area. Round the wicket. Oh, that's a free hit. I'm sure it's a no ball. It's been hammered for 6, and I reckon there's more damage to come here.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think this is too high from Sams. Not sure why Benny Howell opted out of this. He's got all the tricks of the trade, Benny Howell. It's easy to say afterwards, but check that front foot. I think that's okay. Look at this end here. That's way too high. Way too high. And so Mohamed Wasim will get a free hit. First ball could go for 12.
See, this is what Kyron Pollard was signalling before. He knew as soon as he called the batting power play, he'd get a free hit straight away. Only joking. Yeah. There's the no ball call. And there's another call of the 6. And there's one more to go. And this is the damaging one, potentially. So a free hit. Still around the wicket. Back past the bowler, along the ground, hit it well enough, and that's gone for 4. Couple of big deliveries in the first 2 balls of this over.
It was full, it was wide, he did well to reach it and to time it. It's an away for big 6, good for the strikers. And then a 4 down the ground. This floating power play is off to a great start.
Where's this gone? Over the top. It's going to be safe. Just. Good effort. Jordan Cox got the big dive in.
He's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant in the field, Jordan Cox. He's out there now. He's disappointed he didn't catch this. He has taken some unbelievable catches in the last couple of years. The ground he makes, and he puts in the dive. Puts in the dive. He's disappointed. He prides himself on his fielding. Being a wicketkeeper, he prides himself on great fielding.
13 off the over so far. Slower bouncer. Strikers at this stage, as I dip in very quickly, are 10 runs behind where the Tigers were, but they needn't worry too much because this is where the Tigers started to lose their way.
The required rate is still well and truly under control, 9.38, especially with what they have to come. So plenty left in that batting lineup. Pollard, Ali, O'Dean Smith,
Harvey Morkel just having a bit of a munch on the fingernails. Needn't worry too much at the moment. Soul bouncer having to use the lack of pace and do everything from a batting perspective. Can't use any pace at all from those deliveries. That's why they're so effective. It's a big over so far. It's a good call of the floating batting power play. 15 from it, courtesy of that very first delivery, really, where it went for 6 and then a free hit followed up, and that was hit for 4. So here's that extra ball that he has to bowl now. And that's pierced through that inner ring and gone for 4. It's a beauty. 19 from it, 57 for 1.
Well, that big over has evened things out a little more. Still only 1 wicket loss for the Strikers, so they put themselves in a great position, needing just 9 and over for the last 5. This is Haider Ali into the attack. The last ball of the previous over was carved away nicely through the offside by Mohammad Wasim. Wow, wow, wow. That is some shot from Pereira to get things going in the 6th over. Danny Morrison, welcome.
Yeah, what a time to pop in and see this sort of stroke. Modern player with a little short arm reverse. Yeah, good luck protecting that, Mr. Haider. Oh, it almost went for the maximum too. Brilliant.
Well, ball is momentarily lost, but all good now. It's back, and the Bangla Tigers, they need wickets and need plenty of them. Great start to the over for the Strikers and for Kusal Pereira, backing up that 19-run last over. Coach is appreciating it.
Ball in, ball in, ball in.
Good response.
Hey!
Yeah, good running. So the awareness, seen it a bit today, little mishits that allowed players, or particularly batters, to come back for 2. Just keep things on their toes, and yeah, we keep saying it, every run in T10 particularly, come down to the wire. It's beautifully squeezed. Yeah, nicely bowled. It's ticking along nicely, isn't it? It's just eight and a halves, call it. So much control here, the Strikers. And it's often the way Pollard likes to play his white ball cricket. Just to bowl first and then know the equation. What to track down. And you're going to track down this because it's gone on the bank. Let's have another one. You're going to get that one back. Whew. Yeah, it says it all from Miller.
It's a drag down ball, isn't it, from Haider? Too short. Wasim just pounced on it.
Strike rate immensely healthy. It's 2 a ball. 5 fours and 2 maximums. Hard to stop at the moment.
Squeezes that out again, but back-to-back good overs so far. 19 and 14 with one to go. Oh, goes again. This time, just a little ramp slash reverse and brilliance. 18 off that one, 75 for one. Just the one wicket lost with the score at 17. Yes, oh, another one now. Another one now. And that will be good from Benny Howell. Skipper comes in and strikes straight away.
Yeah, good time to do it. Oh, he just pulls that back. Yeah, technique of pulling that back leg from the captain, Benny Howell. But it's a peach. Deception for all to see. Yeah, just telling everyone what's going on. See you later, Mohammad Wasim. For 41 off 22, Strikers lose their second at 75.
Kieran Pollard, the skipper of the Strikers. Benny Howell has picked up a wicket very first ball. This is how clever this man is, because normally see him bowling seam up, little changes, little cutters, been working hard on some leg spin. He's always had all the tricks of the trade with his seam bowling, with his off-pace bowling. But he's developed this skill now. It's just incredible.
Yeah, back of the hand stuff, isn't it? And there it is there. Oh, the flight, and then just the dip. The last split second, dips on Wasim and deceives him quite beautifully.
That one didn't quite work out and might be just short.
There's a lot of improvising coming out, and we've saw it a bit from Mohammad Wasim, but certainly here with Pereira. A lot of reverse flicks and sweeps, dabs, and oh, it's four, isn't it? Just on the half volley, not on the top of the chocolate padding, as it were.
.22 required now. Well, I think that might be 16 required now.
Help yourself, lad. Yes, that's Pereira in a hurry, striking at almost 230. 5 fours and a 6. Hello. Benny Howell with a little drag down to the short side of the ground.
Goes reverse again, and that might be 4 more. It'll spin away, and it will be. This is brilliant from Kusal Pereira.
Yeah, it is. He's now picking up where Wazim left off, and so he is playing one heck of an innings. Yeah, look how close and tight this was. Benny hasn't done too much wrong there, considering his angle coming round, closing things off, but his wrists of Pereira, beautiful.
This time he's, should have been out. Drake's. Not much you can blame there, to be honest with you, because the lights are a lot higher than that ball was coming from. 91 for 2 at the end of 7. We'll have a quick look before we let you go. There, hit the chest. 91 for 2. .91 for 2, 7 gone, so just 11 runs required. Join T10's venture into the future with blockchain. Don't forget to download that QR code whenever it comes up on your screen to receive digital rewards. And put your details in and join the wait list as well. That might be in the gap. And it is, it's 4. So it's down to just single digits now.
Yeah, Josh Little into his second over of his quota. Can't bowl there. Pace on and the swivel. Pereira's beautifully set. He's now into the 40s. Hard to stop from here.
Again, this time it is straight to that man, Ryan Mustafa.
Yeah, unfortunate that previous over where Dom Drakes, who's been pumping up his all-round ability. Comparisons with his dad, Vesper Drakes. And he got one there and he really should have gobbled that. 11 times out of 10.
Yeah, this is it again. Just clipped. Certainly wasn't high enough for the lights to have any effect. Yeah, no. Not having it. Dominic, I'm sorry, I'm not having it.
Having it with those goggles on too. With the wrong goggles on, son. The enhancers, I've seen that with the ups. You've got to take those, Chief. Yeah. Oh well. Dooley, maybe too much of your gold, weighing him down in imbalance.
Yeah, he just got his hands in an awkward position, needed to be reverse cut. Just got too high on him, bounced off the chest. Split second decisions. Swings that away, and all the way for the win. Strikers on the board. Comfortably. 7.4 overs. They have beaten the Bangla Tigers, have demolished the Bangla Tigers. And Kusal Pereira, 50, comes up with that 6 off just 20 balls. First 50 in the Abu Dhabi T10 for Kusal Pereira. And that is a terrific hand in a winning cause. Dragged down from Josh Little, goes all the way. And a little 50 NO for Kusal Pereira, takes the strikers home.
Yeah, applause from his teammates in the dugout. Appreciation of an innings of note. Striking at a nice round 250 with 2 maximums and 7 fours and complete control, and showing his repertoire of improvising those strokes of his, those reverse dabs and sweeps. Quite impressive. Wasim did his job too, just quietly. Look at that strike rate of 200 for him, 41 from 22. And Pereira, he outdid him with a strike rate of 250. Were the mainstays. All very comfortable for the strikers over the Tigers. Well, the bowling, yeah, not much home to write home about, because you're only defending 100, and at night just a bit slicker, the pitch sliding on. 1 for 30 Daniel Sams, and 1 for 16 for Benny Howell, and that was it. The rest, well, not bad from Drakes, but only had the 1 over. Everyone else gone for double figures.
Yeah, they only put 101 together, did the Bangla Tigers. They were cruising along with Cox and Mendes at one stage. Inside the first 5 overs, they had above 60 on the board, but couldn't capitalise on that great start. Lost wickets in clumps, and the strikers bowlers came back really nicely in the last 5.5 overs. And then the batters getting the job done in the hands of Pereira and Wasim. 103 for 2. They win by 8 wickets with 2 overs and 2 balls to spare, which in T10 cricket is an absolute hammering. And that's why you see the strikers' net run rate has climbed a bit after that loss yesterday. And the Bangla Tigers right down the bottom, minus 3.335. The Delhi Bulls had a big win today. They gone 1 from 1 alongside the Warriors and the Braves. Post-match presentation will be up after the break.
Oh, here we go.
Match 5. So the Abu Dhabi T10 for season 7. 101 for 7. We always thought was a little bit skinny from the Bangla Tigers. It went well with Cox and Mendes and then really fell away rather dramatically. Karunaratne stand out with 3 for 22. Then the strikers in reply, comfortable winners, get up to 103 for just the loss of 2. Pereira not out 50 and Wasim got 41 with the mainstays. By 8 wickets. Highlights in terms of where it was all on. Chris Lynn didn't last long, got his pole knocked over, the middle one in fact, and a little over ambitious with the stroke. So you get in and get set here. You've got to give yourself a chance. That's the difficulty on a pitch that's a little new, and Cox, who was underway and doing well with Mendes, and these two were going along rather swimmingly. Put on a half-century partnership, 59, and anything that was a little bit off, both pounced on it. Cox played particularly well through that offside. It was just so powerful. Anything slightly off and disappear. Poles everywhere. Cox just got a little too ambitious, and Joe Abdullah did well there. And when I think about Sunil Narayan got attacked early, it was the way to go until that. Yeah, good take, Sunil Narayan. Very controlled, and then that from Ali Khan was a shocker. Hardly got a hand on it. So when you think about taking technique, Michael Hazeman, that's how you take it.
Yeah, this is where the wicket's starting to tumble as well, and this is a really good time where they started to get a little bit of control in this game. That was a blinder. Karunaratne, what a beauty that was. His eyes just about popped out of his head too when he took that catch. So impressive that was, but really nice work to see this. Some good fielding, Kieran Pollard in the game as well. Again, he gets excited, Karunaratne. 3 wickets ended up with, 3 for 22, and also that brilliant catch. And this is going to buckets again, I think. Oh yeah, there he is. He doesn't drop a thing, that bloke. And that's the 3rd. And that's the last ball of the innings. It's pumped for 6 by Dominic Drakes. Kieran Pollard just saying well done, Karunaratne, and then it was time for a bit of batting to be done. This is where the strikers started to take control in this game. They were getting a few runs around there. Kabaz got underneath that one and it was hit very high indeed. And it was a very good catch by the captain. Anyhow, really good work off Daniel Sams. Carlos Brathwaite was introduced. Got a bit of treatment in this over. They were looking to tee off as best they possibly can. Certainly a bit of leather chase throughout the entire day today. Dominic Drakes is hitting the turf as he bowled. This was a really dangerous point where it went for 6. A free hit followed. Boundary was hit as well. But runs just kept going, and that was pierced through the cover region. And really nice to see a impact player make serious impact in this game. Pereira 50 not out off 20 balls. Really good work from him. Strike rate of 250 with 7 fours and a couple of 6s. He was on his merry way. Pollard was just a spectator. He's backing up as the runs just kept coming. So good work. And it's a game they had to win. Drakes would be disappointed he missed that one. But they had to get up on this one because they went down yesterday against the Gladiators. So you don't want to go down 2, and that'll make the change in fairly quiet. But good comeback performance by the New York Strikers, and well done to Pereira. 50 unfinished. Good work.
Yeah, they've got points on the board now. They have the Strikers played 2, 1-1 lost 1. And the Bulls are at the top, and courtesy of the net run rate. Alrighty, it is time to catch up with Tanvi, who has got the post-match presentation.
Good evening and welcome to the post-match presentation for match number 5 of the Abu Dhabi T10, powered by Sat Sport News between the Bangla Tigers versus the New York Strikers, live from the beautiful city of Abu Dhabi. On behalf of the tournament, I would like to express our gratitude for the continued support of the Abu Dhabi Department of Culture, Tourism, the Abu Dhabi Sports Council, Abu Dhabi Cricket, Emirates Cricket Board and T10 Global. We'd also like to thank our sponsors, powered by sponsors Sat Sport News, Vimal, Rario, Alubon A2 and My Dubai. Now I'd like to welcome our presentation party, Mrs. Nouri Mulk on behalf of Alubon A2, Mrs. Kiran Khanna, co-owner of the New York Strikers, and Mrs. Yabditha Yassin, the co-owner of the Bangla Tigers. Now we have a couple of awards to give away. First up, the Magic Moment of the Match Award for 1,000 dirhams presented by Mrs. Yabditha Yassin. And the award goes to Chamika Karuratne of New York Strikers for dismissing Carlos Brathwaite. Now it wouldn't be a T10 without some massive hits, which brings us to the power hitter of the match for 1,000 dirhams presented by Mrs. Kiran Khanna. And the award goes to Kusal Janat Pereira of the New York Strikers. And our final award for the evening is the Player of the Match Award for 1,000 dirhams presented by Mrs. Nouri Mulk. And the award goes to Chamika Karuratne for his mammoth match, winning 3 wickets and spectacular catch. Chamika, if I can please have you here for a quick chat. Really impressive 3 wickets and that spectacular catch, crucial for you. Which one was the most special?
I think the second one was special. So I was practicing a lot for my death overs and all that because I was out in the last 7-8 months in the national team. So I was working hard a lot and it's paying off.
Well, talk to us about spectacular catch to dismiss Brathwaite.
Yeah, always I'm waiting for a good catch, you know, for a great catch. So I'm always looking for to do something different. So always ready for anything.
Well, it was a tough one for you guys yesterday. What do you think the team did differently to come out on top today?
No, what happened was like first 3-4 overs were there attacking us. So what our plan was, if we bowl for the right fielders, right places, and what we have to do also, we also attack to our field. So that's what we did well. So we came back, we fight back, and it went really well, and so happy about it.
Well, great performance today, and congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Now, if I could please request the winning captain of the New York Strikers, Karen Pollard, to come over for a quick chat. Pollard, obviously yesterday was a bit tough, but coming out today, what did you guys do differently?
Again, just conversations. As you know, I've mentioned at the toss, it's difficult when guys coming from different parts of the world to get together straight away and then get into a tournament. So I think it was a good run out for us yesterday, and just a matter of guys getting a feel and understanding. Again, yes, it's cricket and everyone plays cricket, but obviously T10, different format, new players, new coaches, things like that. You have to get accustomed to that.
And did you think after the first 5 overs that you guys were going to be chasing a lot more? Yeah,
I think we were going to be chasing about 250 at that point in time. But I see that's the nature of sports, and that's the nature of cricket, especially any short format cricket. 2 overs or 2 good overs, back to back, brings you right into the match. So that over from Chamika, Akil Hussain and Mohamed Amir, I think that's what brought us straight back into the match and was able to limit them to again under 120.
And obviously, with all the experience that you had at the highest level, what do you really tell the boys? Because like you said, it's a lot of players from all different parts coming together. Again, just conversation. The cricket remains the same bat, same ball. Everyone is here, for a reason. Everyone is here because they have a skill that they can perform. And we just, as a management team, just try to put them in a position where they can perform. And it's one way from a bowling perspective, they're going to get hit anyway. So it makes no sense you having all these emotions when they get hit. And just give them that confidence to go out and, perform and execute their talent and their skill. And early days for everyone at this point. So how do the New York Strikers keep this going? Yeah, we're fine. I said 1-1, 1-1, lost 1. As I said, it's early days, but by the time you blink, it's the back end of the tournament, so it's quick. So let's see if we could, put together a couple of wins and see where we are at the table. I think the first goal in any competition is to qualify. So again, that's what we'll be trying to do. But again, if it doesn't happen, what can we do? We just come out and give a good, honest day's work, and we see what happens at the end of the day. Well, thank you for talking to us, Captain. Congratulations today, and go well for the rest of the tournament. Thank you. And that's all we have from the post-match presentation.
Yeah, very happy. Kyron Pollard from the Strikers. In terms of tomorrow, let's do it all again because we've got matches 6, 7 and 8. We've got Abu Dhabi taking on the Northern Warriors first up, and then in match 7, Sump Army taking on the Braves, and then our final match, our third one, the Deccan Gladiators in match 8 taking on the BANGLA Tigers once again from here in Abu Dhabi. Hope you've enjoyed it. We'll see you tomorrow.
Over the top, just.
And goal.
Oh, that's a solid shot. And he's just clubbed that for 6.
It's got to go. Hello. Yes, plenty of it.
Surprise if catch it, and he's picked up. Oh, that's a blinder. Brilliant work from Sam Cook.
Gone!
I reckon there's more damage to come here.